Objective today is still the same, to solve for the radius, diameter, circumference, or area of a circle. Try this practice problem and bring it up. The area is 320. You have to find the diameter. For your solution, you have to start with A equals pi r squared, because that's what you're given, is the area. So where you see the A, you put in 320. And then to get the r squared by itself, you must divide both sides by pi. That's because the pi's cancel out on the right, and you're left with r squared. On the left, you have 320 over pi. We still don't have r completely by itself because it's r squared. To get it to be just r, you need the square root of both sides. That leaves you with r on the right, and then on the left you have square root of 320 over pi. Now go ahead and evaluate the square root of 320 over pi. And you should come back with 10.0925, and it's going to round to the tens place to be 10.1. Now that's just the value for r. What you're looking for is d. And d is twice the radius. So remember, on these problems, you must round to the tenths place first for r before you go find d. 10.1 times 2 is going to give us an answer of 20.2. Practice number 2, bring this up. The area is 450, and you have to find the circumference. You're given the area, so area is pi r squared. So area is 450. Set that equal to pi r squared, and then divide both sides by pi. That cancels the pi's out on the right, and you're left with r squared. On the left, it's still 450 over pi. Now you have to get r squared simplified down to r. So to do that, you need the square root of both sides. And that leaves you with the square root of 450 over pi. Now you're trying to find c. The formula for c is c equals 2 pi r. What you want to do is plug in what you just found here for r into this position for r in the circumference formula. So keep the 2 pi, but where you see an r, put a set of parentheses and write square root of 450 over pi. And then go back and simplify that. Do the parentheses first. You want to do the square root of 450 divided by pi. That's 11.96826, but don't forget, don't do anything until you've multiplied by 2 pi. And the final answer should be 75.2. You're starting with circumference, and that's c equals 2 pi r. So substitute in 32.5 for c and set it equal to 2 pi r. Divide both sides by 2 pi, and they will cancel out on the right, leaving you with 32.5 over 2 pi on the left, and r on the right. You are trying to find a, the area, and its formula is a equals pi r squared. We know r because we just found it here. So you need pi times the quantity squared of 32.5 over 2 pi. Now evaluate the first in the parentheses first. So we will do left-hand parenthesis 32.5 divide. You need parentheses around 2 pi since you have 2 items in the denominator. So parentheses around 2 pi. This means you have to close off the whole thing with 2 parentheses, right hand, and then square it. Hit the x squared button. Now multiply by pi, and the answer should come out to be 84.1.